Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. I have nothing but respect for that. Draymond Green congratulated the Celtics for winning NBA title. Draymond Green on the Celtics championship, given the mutual dislike that Celtics fans and Warriors forward Draymond Green have for each other, it's notable whenever a player with such a history pays credit to Boston. Yet that's exactly what Green did after the Celtics clinched the team's 18th NBA championship, which, to be fair to Green, is also a continuation of how he's viewed the 2024 NBA playoffs. He then discussed his friendship with Jason Tatum, who he won a gold medal with as part of Team USA at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. When you have a relationship with someone, you only want to see them do well, said Green, reflecting on the Celtics-Warriors matchup in the 2022 finals. It's crazy because I remember going back to the NBA finals in 2022 and I didn't say a word to JT, I didn't say a word because we were in the NBA finals. I don't need anything that can take me off my square, he said. The love that I have for that young man right there can take me off my square. So I didn't say hi. I didn't say bye. I did see Deuce in the hallway a couple times, and Moms in the hallway a couple times, and I definitely said hi to them. Green, 34, has won 4 NBA titles in his career with Golden State. He noted that Tatum, who was in his first finals in 2022, hadn't acclimated to the league's biggest stage during what ended up being a loss. He didn't know what to make of it, and it was actually bothering me that I could see that, Green recalled. The moment it finished, I went straight to him to hug him. I told him it's been bothering me so much to not talk to him. I said, but now you get it. Now you understand what the mindset has to be in order to actually do this. Many people get close. Go to a finals and lose and never go back. Tatum's Celtics nearly returned to the finals in 2023, but lost to the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals in 7 games after falling behind 3-0 in the series. A year later, Boston was able to make the final leap, defeating the Mavericks in 5 games to clinch a first title since 2008. To see him do that, I called him yesterday and he had the trophy, smiling ear to ear, and he's just holding the trophy, Green said of Tatum. He said to me, I don't know what I thought this was going to feel like, but whatever I thought, it's way better. Green prefaced his congratulatory message by noting that he doesn't like the Celtics, especially, as he noted, the rude fans. However, I was thinking about this last night, for a franchise in the NBA to publicize how much they're going after Banner 18 is crazy, he said. That's not standard practice in the NBA. It's just not. They actually did it. I have nothing but respect for that. A lot of people will tell you you've got to go, don't tell nobody because they'll try to tear it down. They kept telling us, their goal, we've got to get Banner 18, number 18, and they went and actually did it, Green explained. If you can't respect that, I can respect that, so if you can't respect that, I'm sorry but I can't respect you. Warriors' Draymond Green has biggest complaint about NBA awards voting. Golden State Warriors star Draymond Green was on his self-titled show and podcast where he spoke to Philadelphia 76ers head coach Nick Nurse about the topic of how voting happens for the NBA Most Valuable Player, MVP, award. Green would take issue with how the award is decided as journalists from across the nation decide who is truly the league's MVP, as he questions if each person voting watches every game. I think the one complaint that I would have about it is it's hard to get 100, like to think that all 100 of these people are watching all of these games right now, Green said. By the way, maybe it flips every year because there should be some laws in place to like, hey, we need to have proof, like maybe you're sending in notes after the game or something, like we need to have proof that you've been watching these games. The veteran forward would double down on his statements and try to have his own solution where there could be a 25-person committee which is different every year dedicated to watch games and decide who the MVP is that season. He would double down on his complaint saying that there is no way that journalists who are on the East Coast are watching Warriors games since those on the West Coast start later. And so maybe it's like a 25-person committee where you're voting on the awards and they got that strenuous job this year and then someone else take on, another 25 take on that strenuous job next year, Green said. But I think like there's no way, come on, there's no way a lot of these journalists that are on the East Coast are watching us play on the West Coast when our game started at 7:30 p.m. And it's 10:30 and they're watching the game the whole way through. This past season that just ended with the Boston Celtics hoisting up their 18th championship in franchise history had their MVP decided in Denver Nuggets star Nikola Jovic. This is the Serbian-born player's third time obtaining the honors as he did the past 2 times in 2021 and 2022 as the season. He averaged 26.4 points, 12 for rebounds, and 9.0 assists per game while shooting 58.3% from the field. After Jokic was the emergence of Oklahoma City Thunder's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who on top of a great statistical season, led the young team to the number 1 seed despite losing to the Dallas Mavericks in the second round of the NBA playoffs. Speaking of the Mavericks, their featured star in Luka Doncic was third in league MVP voting. However, when looking in what the discrepancy was like between Jokic and Gilgeous-Alexander, it was not that close as the former had 79 first-place votes while the latter had 15. The closest race ended up being second place or the runner-up to Jokic, which the Oklahoma City star had 40 of those votes while Doncic had 36 per NBA. The complete voting results for the 2023-24 Kia NBA Most Valuable Player. Golden State Warriors' latest offer to Klay Thompson revealed 3 biggest takeaways. It's not yet known whether future Hall of Famer Klay Thompson will return to the Golden State Warriors for a 14th season. The 4-time NBA champion is slated to hit free agency and has received reported interest from multiple teams. Thompson, 34, is reportedly seeking a 3-year contract. This comes after a down 2023-24 season and following 2 devastating injuries that halted his projected continued growth as one half of the Splash Brothers. Interest Thompson receives on the open market will likely dictate whether he runs it back with Stephen Curry and Draymond Green or opts to join another NBA team for the first time in his career. We now have an update on this situation courtesy of ESPN's Tim McMahon. The NBA insider notes that Golden State's offer to Thompson currently stands at just 2 years. McMahon added that the length of an offer teams make to Thompson could mean more than the per-year price. It's as much about years as dollars in some of these cases, he noted. MLB touch 'em all, explosive rookie versus MVP superstar, Skeens fans Ohtani but Ohtani blasts monster HR in epic showdown midnight without knowing what the price tag was in Golden State's offer was. There is still a lot to look at here. It really is not too hard to read between the lines. Curry, 36, is under contract for 2 more seasons. Green, 34, is under contract for the same length. Advertisement though, he boasts a player option for the 2026-27 campaign. Golden State added that to Green's deal back in the summer of 2023 when he took less than $25 million per season on a team-friendly contract. This makes it perfectly clear that general manager Mike Dunleavy Jr. and company believe their timeline for contention is 2 more years. Golden State is coming off a 2023-24 campaign in which it missed the playoffs for the 3rd time in 5 years. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Klay Thompson? Leave your opinion in the comments.